What is up? What is up? Grand rising. Good morning. Salute. Top of the week. Mindful Monday. Episode 10, season 2. We're discussing Agent Vladimir, DJ Vlad, for those that don't know. And this weekend has been a very active one, to say the least. Getting myself situated. And as you come through, make sure to hit that like button. Put the notification bell on so you're not missing out when I go on live. I don't go on live regularly and often, so you're not going to be hearing too much of that beeping and bumping from me. But nonetheless, it's good to have the notification bell up there. As well, if you aren't a subscriber and you're interested in the content that I bring, please join in with the subscription. What else? Also, currently still not doing personal readings as of the moment, but please check the community section. That's where I post all of the information that I'm going to be doing with the channel. If there's any changes, when I'll start, if I'm going to start up again with doing the personal readings. Right now, I'm just going through my personal stuff. And so I may do, like, from time to time, mini readings on the channel where it's live. So if you happen to catch that, great. Also, I just did a all signs reading about 2 weeks ago for the May, or rather Taurus season. So definitely you want to look into that, because that has a lot of information regarding your sign. Remember, you're not just your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising, your Venus, and anywhere else that you find pertinent. So hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second, because like it never fails, the cat wants to come in and out. Okay. So I sounded the alarm. I know it was kind of an impromptu again. I was sitting here yesterday, and mostly everybody that was tapped in and tuned in with the Kendrick and Drake. I did go live last week. I think it was Thursday, and I had my husband up here and I had the boys up here, and we were chopping it up. This is going to be an open panel as well. So if you're interested in coming up and talking about today's conversation, please hit that link and you can come up. I will be dropping that in a little while. But first, I just want to go over what the conversation is, what the topic is today. And it's about DJ Vlad. All right. So on the 4th, which was Saturday, when all of this was going on between Drake and Kendrick, a lot of people have been chiming in. They've been speaking about it, whether it's through Instagram, whether it's through YouTube, whether it's through Twitter, or what's now known as X. Right. So everybody has an opinion. Everybody has something to say about it. I was kind of involved. I definitely was invested in hearing the diss. I didn't hear anything from Drake. I didn't listen to Drake's comebacks or his disses, but I did hear 2 of Kendrick's, which was Meet the Grams and They're Not Like Us. And I gotta say that They're Not Like Us is very catchy, but it's very telling. There's been allegations as far as Drake alleging Drake to be a pedo. So it's serious enough where it can cause bodily harm. we're not sure if this is all really just smoke and mirrors at this point. If this is, some people were saying that Drake purposely was feeding this information to Kendrick, that it was just something for media frenzy, whatever. A lot of us were invested over the weekend. Some of us really didn't sleep. We were, from sun up to sundown, watching YouTube, going on other people's platforms, listening to what their take was about it, going on IG and writing, stories and theses about it. And in lieu of all of this, DJ Vlad, for those that don't know, I'll get into his bio in just a second, but DJ Vlad is known to be a big YouTube influencer. Well, he's notable for having a lot of hip hop or rap artists come up on his platform and speak about their experiences in the industry, pretty much giving their diaries and talking about everything under the sun that shouldn't really be talked about, but these rappers for some odd reason feel comfortable enough to expose some of the things that you wouldn't necessarily say that would probably be behind closed doors. All right. So on May 5th, which was this past Saturday, we call him Agent. Some of us call him Agent. DJ Vlad went on Twitter, which is now known as X, to say that he was going to report a Princeton professor because she had an opinion, and I believe it was on Twitter, of this beef between Kendrick and Drake. So I'm not sure how it all started, but the clip that was taken from that is he wants to go report to this woman's supervisor how she conducted herself, what her comment was implying on that day, right? And so it's saying he's asking, would you conduct yourself? Would you be saying this? So basically, she basically told Vlad to mind your business when Black folks are talking in regards to the Drake and Kendrick beef. Now today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be using words Black and white. Today we will be using those words. So let me go into what exactly was said here, because he wrote about like 4 different tweets, which was stupid, which we would be calling him a Karen at this point, right? Because you have no business. So this is what Agent Vlad said, right? Vlad tells a Black professor he's going to contact, P. Moses is in the building, salute. He's going to contact her employer for being told this is a Black folk affair after he weighs in on the Kendrick Drake beef. All right. So I'll repeat that again. Vladimir writes, Agent Vlad, DJ Vlad, which he, to me, I don't know who he is. Like in all honesty, I've never heard him on the radio stations in New York City. Maybach's in the building. Salute to my brother Maybach. I've never heard of him until YouTube, like 7 years ago, and I tuned into him like most people do. Most people did. Maybe a year into watching him, his questions started to sound more like interrogation questions, and I wasn't feeling that. And he was specifically talking to, again, we're using words Black and white today, right? He's talking to Black people, Black men specifically, and it's more of a insinuating and investigative conversation. Not really, so how was it like back in the 80s and so forth and so on. Like he always thinks that he was around and knows everything. He's Mr. Know-It-All. So Maybach's salute. Yeah, I never heard him DJ. Never. But we'll get into his bio in a second. All right. So salute. I got my brothers in the. I'm gonna drop the link down too. So we're gonna talk about this. If you guys are available, I don't, while he's in the building, salute. Interrogations, right? Salute. So Vlad says this over the weekend on Twitter and says to this beautiful Black woman who's a scholar and a professor at that. But does it matter if she worked in Princeton and was a professor, or if she worked in Walmart and it was a cashier? The fact that he had the audacity to go and put this on social media to say, I will go to your employer and tell them about you. This man is 50 years old, y'all. What? Anyway, he says, Vlad tells Black professor he's going to contact this woman's employer for being told this is a Black folk affair after he weighs in on Kendrick and Drake beef. Now, so what I'm assuming is that he did say something in regards to this on Twitter, or what's now known as X, right? And some of us feel that he has no business in our arena to begin with. So she's just calling it out as it is. Somebody did. So at least somebody got the balls to tell him, hey, mind your business. Don't you got enough of us in your cipher there to so, hey, you mind your business while A and B is having a conversation. So he didn't like that. He goes on to say on Twitter, don't change your words now. I guess she probably tried to fumble or, whatever the case may be. I'll be reaching out to @Princeton about this on Monday. He wrote this at 9:22 p.m. Saturday. He says, don't change your words now. I'll be reaching out to @Princeton about this on Monday. Then he goes on to say, good luck being a professor at Princeton. Again, I doubt the university supports their faculty telling non-Black students to shut the F up, he writes the whole word, about anything related because of their color of their skin. She wasn't talking to a student agent. She was talking to you. And no, she probably wouldn't talk to her non-Black students about something. Maybe she teaches African American culture. I don't know. But she's on her free time on a Saturday and involved in this beef like everybody else was. He continues, right? So now that's the second thing he writes. He's already written one thing about don't change your words. Princeton will be hearing about this. Then he goes on to say, I bet you wouldn't be telling this to tell the non-Black students to shut the F up. Then he says in the last tweet, it's called a permanent record. He puts in parentheses. Every university has one. I went to Berkeley myself. Berkeley is no Princeton, my friend, but okay, carry on, because you think whatever. Although Berkeley is prestigious, it's no Princeton. Let's make that very clear. People spew ignorant and bigoted comments at you publicly and then act like you're getting bullied when you get a response. Typical victim mentality. Go ahead and take that to Princeton. What he says, go ahead and take that Princeton out of your profile, sweetie. You just admitted it's not even true anymore. LOL. I'm glad that Brother Rich, Black Magic 363, and Blue Pill went on yesterday, because I was feeling just as uptight as they were. Because how dare you threaten someone's livelihood, and a woman at that? Don't matter what skin color she is, a woman. But you know the most targeted is the melanated Black woman. I'm gonna be in my feelings right now, so forgive me. This is a little emotionally driven